Thank you, Mayor. And I didn't necessarily want this to become the study session, and I wanted to reserve any comments until we have that. But my memo merely calls for let's study before we spend our money. And if Measure T, which I do support, is approved, we must do our due diligence before we go out and spend $50 million or whatever allocated to buying up coyote land. And there's many factors that I hope will be in the study. One such factor I hope will be is what is the effect on our jobs, the job opportunity lands that we have. How about and also the opportunity loss from future tax generation from this land, and how does buying this land affect our general plan, which we worked very hard on. And then one big thing for me is I want to understand how us moving forward with flood protection monies will put us into what becomes our proper. Are we expanding the role of flood protection for the city inadvertently, making it our responsibility rather than, say, Santa Clara County, Santa Clara Water District's sole responsibility? So those are the questions that I hope to have answered in a study session. In the meantime, I'm hoping that I want to increase my understanding before we make that decision. And then, I just want to provide that before we spent $50 million on the Community Choice Energy Program, we had 12 public discussions and 2 study sessions, and we all voted in the same direction, and we all were on the same page. And that's what I want from this. I want us to all have a better understanding. That's why I wrote the memo. And I also want to make sure that there's also balance in the way we have this study. I'm often quoted things from one side of the argument, and I wish to see both sides. What is the loss? What is the potential loss? There's always pros and cons to anything. It's not all pros. So that's what I'm hoping to get, basically, and I'm hoping that we can pass my memo. All it asks for is to study before we spend our money, and I'm making a motion to approve my memo, which actually approves staff recommendation also.